Welcome, everyone, to the People's Debate League. I'm your host, Vincent. And today we are going to be talking about philosophy, mathematics. I have this article here that I would like to share with you guys. Give me 1 second, pull it up. And I'm just going to read the first part. I'm just going to go over this whole article with you, but I decided because there's so much to read and I'm not a great reader, I'm going to actually read just philosophy of mathematics, this part here. And then next week, we'll touch on the philosophy, or maybe tomorrow, I'll touch on the philosophy of mathematics, logic, foundation of mathematics. So let's start with the first part, philosophy of mathematics. First published Tuesday, September 25th, 2007. Substantive revisions, Tuesday, January 25th, 22. Let's see who's this by. This is by Stanford Encyclopedia, Philosophy. Stanford Encyclopedia, Philosophy. So let's get to it. If mathematics is regarded as a science, then philosophy of mathematics can be regarded as a branch of the philosophy of science, next to discipline such as the philosophy of physics and the philosophy of biology. However, because of this subject matter, the philosophy of mathematics occupies a special place in the philosophy of science, whereas the natural science investigates entities that are located in space and time. It is not at all obvious that this is it is not at all obvious that this is also the case for the objects that are studied in mathematics. In addition to that, the methods of investigation of mathematics differ markedly from the methods of investigation in the nature of science, whereas latter acquires general knowledge using inductive methods. Mathematical knowledge appears to be acquired in different ways by deductions from basic principles. The status of mathematical knowledge also appears to differ from status of knowledge in the natural science. The theories of the nature of science appears to be less certain and more open to revisions than mathematical theories. For these reasons, mathematics pose problems of quite distinctive kinds of philosophy. Therefore, philosophy have accorded special attention to ontological and always gets me. Epistemological questions concerning mathematics. So that's the mathematical part. The next week we'll read philosophy of mathematics, logic, and foundation. And wow, why was this article here interesting to me? Well, one of the things that I picked out of this article that I thought was this part here comes to philosophy of mathematics. It mentions something about, here it is, where the natural science investigates entities, right? That are located in space and time, and is not at all obvious that it is also the case for objects that are studied in mathematics. So when I heard that space and time, when I heard the word space and time, I start thinking astrological. um, stars, other planets, things like that. Um, I also think about how far away they are, how many light years. And also think about calendar years, how long, the sun may take to rotate around the earth and things like that. Philosophy of mathematics. And I'm trying to give you guys this to help you guys put all this together. That much of what we are reading and we're looking at in the biblical text may have been philosophized as a way to better explain it. You know, and may have been placed in allegorical stories to help explain some of these things that are not easy to explain. Because there was no real, and I think that's why it says math is abstract, because there's no real actual way that they could have actually measured um, certain things. They could have measured this distance between the sun and the moon and the earth and the stars, and they could have actually measured all those things, right? So with that being said, being there's no possible way to measure, I think that they use the tool of 360, right? Based on the decimals of 60 to kind of give you an idea of mathematics and how it will relate and how it could be measured. So, I'm gonna leave you guys with that here. Just, please share your thoughts with me. Leave a comment in the section, share, like the video. Um, get back. I want to hear other people and hear from you guys what you guys think on this topic, on the philosophy of mathematics. How far off am I? I mean, I don't mind criticism. It's about learning and building information. I do believe that based on information that I have, the number 360 and the things that apply to it, again, as I will continue to repeat, the 24, the 144,000, the 33, the 666, all based on the calendars and the months and, the position of the sun and the radiation, the radius that it covers. Um, and I'll go later about the radius that it covers, because that involves the 144,000. This is, you know, trying to find exact detail when it comes to the 144,000. But I can give you the math that I said before. 120 multiplied by 1,200 or 1,200 is 144,000. So when you look at it and you see that and how it applies, how it works, you can see for yourself that math is correct. But determining what that math actually means, what they were trying to say, is the answer, right? What's the question? What they were actually trying to say by using that math, and what were they measuring at the time? What did that 145,000 actually symbolize? And I always do. I always tell you guys see you guys later, and I ramble a little bit more. But yeah, I just want to touch on a few little things, but try to understand exactly what that actually means, what they're actually talking about. Um, that's very important. But again, you know, like I said, please like, share, leave your comments in the comment section. Again, I want to hear from you, and if you have better understanding with some more information that can actually help me get more information on this topic, and we continue to build and grow. Like I said before, I'm here as a student and I'm reading to learn, and I hope that you are learning something as well. So thank you. That's my time, and you guys have a great day.